people in this room, not people in other rooms, because we're the builders. You understand? We're the builders in this room. So if you know people in different cities and different states, it starts with the legacy first because we're the best team in the company. But we need to take Jeff and Greg for all their sacrifice of what they've done, and we need to take them to the next level. By the way, if they get us to where we want to go, they'll get to where they want to go. Right? Greg Cap's been doing this for a long, long time. Jeff Levitan sacrificed for a long time, and I want to let you know they deserve to be the top team in the company. So guess what? What does that mean? We need to take out Swan Wind. All right. So if you are with me on taking out, by the way, I love Swan Wind. I respect Swan Wind. He's the best guy in the company. But I believe over the next couple years, we're going to become the best team in the company. The legacy team is going to be the #1 team in the company. So Greg Cap and Jeff Levitan are back there, and they're going to be speaking next. And I want you with all your heart, if you believe that we're going to go take this team to the next level and be the #1 team, I want you to say yes when I count to 3. As loud as you can so they can hear it back there. All right? On the count of 3, I want you to say yes if you're 100% committed to taking out Swan Wind's team and getting unified and being in a line. So on the count of 3, say yes if you're on board. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah!
Good. Awesome. All right. So what do we need to do that? Let me give you a couple of key points I think we need to do to take out Swan Wind's team. Number one, what we need to do, we need to have a builder's mindset and a recruiter's mentality. We need to aim for the recruit first and then miss with the sale. We have the best products in the world, bar none, but we got to start with the business opportunity first, right? If you sat down with me 9 years ago and wrote me up an IUL, that wouldn't have changed my life. But you know what changed my life? Someone bringing me into this company. That's what changed my life. You understand? So do you want to just change people's lives financially 20, 30 years from now? Or how would you like to change their lives in 5 years? Right? And so that's what we're talking about. So you need to accept that you need to have a builder's mentality and a recruiter's mindset. Builder's mindset, recruiter's mentality. I want you to think about building something. I want you to think about building something, right? All of you guys should be having hard hats on right now because we got to go build something, right? I want you to build an agency. I want you to build a huge licensed agents field force, right? You got to go build something for your family, right? I love what Brian Linder talked about passing on this business from generation to generation. Let me ask you a question. If you were to pass this business on to your kids right now, would you be excited about what you're passing to them? Yes or no? Right? Probably with the business you have right now, probably not. Would you agree? So you got to go build something big so it's worth passing on. Would you agree? Number two, we need to come together and be unified as one huge team. We don't need to skip and talk about unicorns and rainbows and butterflies and sing together. But you know what? We need to all be on the same page and have one common goal. Right? And have one common goal that we're going to be the dominant team in the entire company. I didn't like when Norm Meldrum from Canada said, "Thank you guys for all coming to Swan Wind's award ceremony." Right? Remember he said that? By the way, that was kind of true. Right? And so guess what? Again, I love Swan Wind. He's the best guy in the company. But I think collectively, we all need to come together and we need to take out that team. And Jeff Levitan and Craig Cap deserve it. So if we all come together, right? If we all come together and get unified, then we can go do that. Number 3, we need to think long term. We need to think long term. I want to challenge you to give this thing at least 5 years. Don't be so hard on yourself. Some of you are still freshmen, right? Some of you maybe are still sophomores or juniors, right? It takes 4 years to graduate, right? It's going to take a little bit of time. But guess what? It's going to be worth it. As worth it as you think it's going to be, it's going to be 10 times more worth it than that. You guys know this company, just the last 3 months, March, April, May, paid my family $315,000 in 90 days. My goal is to make $100,000 a year, and now they're paying me $100,000 a month. Isn't that crazy? By the way, you can do that too, 100%, but you got to think long term. I want you to raise your hand if you're fully committed to give this thing at least 5 years. I want you to raise your hand. All right, and turn to your neighbor and go, hey man, are you serious about that? All right, good. All right, whoosh. Number four, whoosh. Number four. You got to be coachable and you got to be in alignment with your leadership. You got to be coachable and you need to be in alignment with your leadership. By the way, leaders are not perfect. I want you to write this down. Take the good and leave the bad. Take the good and leave the bad. There's some things Jeff does and I go, Jeff, I don't think we should do that. He goes, Eric, I think we should. I go, all right, you're the leader, man, whatever you got to say. Greg said, Eric, I really think you should do this. And you know what? I go, but Greg, I think, he goes, I go, all right, you're the leader, man, whatever you say. Right? I'm coachable. Does that make sense? I'm coachable and I want to be in alignment. By the way, if you expect your team to be coachable to you, you need to be coachable to your leadership. Right? That's just the bottom line. Right? So you got to be coachable. You got to be in alignment. You got to be on the same page. Right? That's number four. Number five. You know, I used to play college football. Number five here, next, is you got to do your part. You got to block your man. And when I played football, we had 11 people on the field, and we had to block our man. And if all 11 of us blocked our man, then guess what we would do? We would score. We would score a touchdown. But guess what? A lot of us, there's some people that are on this month, and some people are on this month, and some people do good. But guess what? If all of us collectively blocked our man, guess what? We would be unstoppable. So I want to challenge you to block your man and do everything you can these next 90 days and go 100% all in. Like it says here in the next part, you need to go 100% all in into this company, into this organization, and you need to make a decision to go be number one. Being number one is just making a decision. You know, I'm blessed to have great friendships in this companies and partnerships with Guillermo Haro and Elon Michael and John Shannon, such great leaders in this company. And I want to let you guys know that whoever you hang out with is who you become. So if we hang out with great people on our team that are in this room, we're going to the top. So what I want you to do, if you commit to this, to go in 100% and go all in, I want you to stand up. Everybody stand up if you commit to going 100%, going all in. One of my mentors, Rich Stolley, he told me that, you know, he had a little, he was talking about, hold the music just for 1 minute. He had a little story he was talking about because we're from the Bay Area in Northern California. And we're there's a team called the San Francisco 49ers. And that team was terrible a couple of years ago, but all they did is change the coach. And all of a sudden they went to the NFC Championships, right? And so we have the best coaches in the company, 100%. So we need to go win a championship as a team. Would you guys agree? 100%. So what Jim Harbaugh did with his team, they had an ego, they had a pride about themselves, they knew that they were the number one team, and Jim Harbaugh, the coach of the team, he would say, who's got it better than us? And then all his team would say, nobody. And they say, who's got it better than us? And everyone would say, nobody. And do that with you guys, and we've got to be so loud that everybody hears us from the MGM Grand Arena, the convention center. So I'm going to say, who's got it better than us? And you're going to say, nobody. And we're going to do it 3 times, and then we're going to get a whoosh. And if you're not loud, we're going to start all over. Right? So here we go. You guys ready?